There it is.
So roll call this meeting to order. Vic,
Present.
Lori, Jacob,
Here.
John, Barbara,
Yeah, somewhat.
and Melanie here, I think. Maybe halfway in Hawaii still.
You got to make it bigger, Mel. We can't.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
I'm trying to squint to see this thing, you know.
Try Control Plus. Will that work for this?
Maybe.
What are you opening this up in?
She's just sharing her screen, but if you go to,
No, I know, but what application do you have this file open in? Is it Word or?
It's Word.
so if it's Word, you should be able to go into the document and hit Control Plus, and it usually enlarges the screen.
Yeah. No, do Control Plus, like she says.
There
Wait.
should be a magnification up across the top unless you don't have the toolbar visible.
Or yeah, or View.
better?
Go to View.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. View, zoom. There, how's that?
That's good enough.
Yeah.
So real
Well, look at that important stuff now that you can see, John.
right. So tonight it's real simple. We didn't receive any submissions for money because, well, when we get to that, I'll state it, but review of MER for November 2021. So let's see, share screen. This is not going to work like this. Oh God, to go back from 2 different applications, this is a pain. When it's
Just
on.
for your reference, if before the meeting you put those all in one file, then it'd be
Right.
easy.
Well, I
Yeah.
should have had them all PDF instead of the other one.
Why is this crooked?
Don't ask.
Okay.
I've got a new printer and it just doesn't like me right now. I haven't had much.
All right, you're moving it up and down. Just pick a spot. You're making me dizzy.
So expenses, we had for outreach, all of the stuff for the candy cane lane. And she still hasn't cashed her check yet, but yeah, I don't know if it's in the mail or she just has it and they haven't cashed it.
So you had a check sent to her? We couldn't just use the debit card?
No, because she never got back to me and it had to be done.
Oh, was that the gal at Pollyann Bakery?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did that for the parade. I just paid $500 on the card.
Yeah, it makes life easier.
Yep. See right there.
Yep.
$500.
But there's all the payments, Bridge Gap for the minutes, and then Pollyann Bakery is still outstanding.
And did we fall within what we budgeted for the candy cane lane items?
Well, I'll show you when we get to that, but this is the MER first.
Okay, I move we approve this puppy.
Second.
MER, Lori.
I second.
Second, John. All those in favor?
Aye.
I
4-0. Okay, now the budget. Go down to that. Now this is the budget. Same amount left. It budgets out. So with Candy Cane Lane, you guys, the crafts, you had 97.95 left.
So do we have to move to make?
Well, we will, but we're just
Okay.
leaving it there for right now
Okay.
until we need to start moving stuff out of there.
Okay.
Other than that,
Oh, you also have money left over from the first newsletter, huh?
right, a little bit, 70-22. But it's better to be that way and then having to make a motion to get more.
Right. Okay.
But that being said, anybody want to move the?
I move it.
Who's that?
None.
I'll second.
John and Vic second.
And then the dog thirded.
Yep, you heard her.
And the dog has the most
Listen.
important vote.
And I mean, you
Lila
can hear
says-
her. I'm upstairs and she's downstairs and you can still hear her.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Right.
Yeah, I can hear Scooter too. When Lila barks, Scooter barks.
That's right.
So any public comment?
About the budget? Nope.
About anything?
Well,
I
I'd like to acknowledge that John did an amazing job at Candy Cane Lane, much better than I've ever done. He got 31 email addresses.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I mean, I turn around and there'd be 10 more there.
I texted him and I said, how did it go? And he goes, I got like 2.5 sheets of emails.
Did you enter them yet, John?
No, not yet. Tonight.
Okay.
I
Okay.
got tonight's free,
I'm
so.
like, that's great. It looked like, and even the parade had a pretty good turnout for it too.
And I got a guy that wants to, two people, one guy by the name of Mike. He's gonna listen in on our meetings and he might join one of the committees.
Uh-huh.
And then I got another guy that moved here a year ago, a young guy, he's with the sanitation department.
Uh-huh.
And he wants to join
Oh,
either,
wow.
one of the committees and, be a part, work with the city to help. He likes San Pedro, so got that out of those
That's
two
good
guys.
because Gwen didn't show up to either the parade or Candy Cane Lane to try and solicit people for her committee. So John did it for her.
Wow,
But-
that's crazy
I
that,
don't know if they go to her, but
that's crazy that she didn't show for either one.
well, she said that, she basically wanted to talk to everybody, and I says, we can't really have people hovering, but for a long period of time, with people coming, because there were a lot of people there. So she said, well, if you don't need me, I'm not coming.
Well, while I was on vacation, Craig sent me an email about these air monitoring systems they want to get for the port committee. And they're like $295 each and they want 4 of them.
I'm sorry, for the port committee.
Yeah,
Why do they need air monitoring devices
said that
for
they-
meeting
well,
on Zoom?
I didn't get any information. And so I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, you need to have a proposal of where they're going to go, who's going to read them, and who and what.
Where are you putting them?
you putting these, location and all this. And I
But
said,
are we talking about for the clean air in the room?
no, they're monitoring systems for the air quality.
I'm sorry, the neighborhood council is going to pay for air quality for the port?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just,
so.
so Chris, Pat brought it up at the executive meeting last night, and I said he wanted to put it directly to the board and bypass budget and finance. And I said, that's not the way it works, Pat. It's in the standing rules that a committee can propose something and can, send it on to budget and finance, who can vet it. They have to vet it as well as make sure that this is something that.
But
I mean,
why is
Hold
Northwest?
on, Vic is being good and raising his
Oh, Vic's
hand.
got his hand, yeah.
Go
ahead,
and so Craig, once I talked to Craig was totally on board about doing it the right way when I talked to him today. So we will be getting a motion for that maybe next month.
I want to hear what Vic has to say.
Okay, so Vic, what do you want? Go ahead.
What Pat had told me separately when we were, talking about getting this, not that particular issue, but the Phillips 66 thing, because it's timely to get it before the executive committee. But what he went on to tell me about the sensors is that I think what the idea is, if I remember it correctly, is he wants to, have those placed at different people's houses for periods of time, gather some data, and then go to the port and say, look, here's what the quality is at these different locations, do something to fix it. I think that's kind of the general idea.
And then, like I told Craig today, I don't think the city clerk, because there's a lot of things that they wouldn't, personal things and at people's homes, we aren't allowed to place
Ah.
anything there or place any.
No, this
equipment.
is a pilot program to test it in people's homes. That's not what we do.
I know, but why are we buying them? That's
I
what
don't know.
And as Chris stated last night, this isn't something that he feels that is what neighborhood council funds were meant to be used.
Right, they're not.
And
Well,
so
let's wait and see what they put through their committee.
what has to happen is they've got to submit it properly through, a proposal with all the things that I requested of Craig, as well as an invoice. And what we'll do is, once we receive it, we'll discuss it here, and I will also talk to Shauna at the city clerk's office and see if this is something that can even move forward to the board to be voted on.
Yeah,
Because
but
it may not be
the
viable.
port has money. The port has money coming out of its butt.
Right, and
Why come to us?
Well, let's wait and see. I think we're not hearing the correct
I
story
told
because
Craig-
as it is, it doesn't make any sense.
right.
No.
But as I told Craig, he's upset because Pat is doing all of this and he's not the chair of the committee.
Well, was it a motion on their
It's a
agenda?
motion on their agenda. Yes, it was.
So Pat came to the executive board to try and present this to you last night?
Kind of, sort of.
That's not the right process.
Also another motion for the port too.
That's why they have a committee.
Take it out of Augie's budget.
No, I don't think he tried to get the censors through at the executive committee. Just
No,
that-
he brought it up, but I told him, he goes, well, we were planning on just taking it to the board and having the board refer it back to budget and finance. And I told him, Pat,
That's
that's
backwards.
not the way it works.
Right, that's backwards, right?
But yeah, so we and then there was some,
Oh, Melanie, what's going on with neighborhood purpose grants? When were you looking at a
well,
time?
that's another thing I was gonna say. Thank you. You're in my head. And that's a bad place to be, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Take me out of there then immediately.
Anyway, Diana emailed me while I was speaking to Craig today. And she asked me when we were doing neighborhood purpose grants. And I told her that we had postponed them due to waiting to see if AB 361 passes and whether or not we were going to have to come up with money for the hybrid thing. Now that we know that it has, and we're still going to be on virtual, that we will be visiting neighborhood purpose grants in January.
So hybrid, my understanding is we're on Zoom at least through March. That's all I know of.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
And,
so, well, you don't have time to announce neighborhood purpose grants in January.
So in January, we will visit them at the budget and finance meeting to
I
propose
see.
them
Okay,
to the board.
to announce like in February.
Yeah, like February, March, we'll give them out. But like I told her, we're doing a one-time thing this year.
Has she already got somebody in mind to apply?
No,
I'm assuming.
I'm assuming probably.
Well, we'll have to all start thinking about how much we think we should do because we're not really spending much money.
Right, and that, I really think we need to relook at that time, as long as there's no more requests for money, or we don't decide that all of a sudden we're spending this $1,000 on these air quality.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking in my mind 10 to 15,000 in neighborhood purpose grants. Otherwise, we're going to lose the money. You can only carry over 10.
Yeah, we can only carry 10.
And you have one more newsletter scheduled if somebody chooses to do that. That's in Craig's, or I mean, Chris's.
Right.
Have they talked about doing another one at all, John?
No, we haven't.
Usually there's something generating it. Now, if we knew we were doing neighborhood purpose grants, that might be sort of a catalyst to do them, but you really need to get going. So if you're going to announce them like for February and March, then you need to get the newsletter. If you want to announce in the newsletter that we're accepting neighborhood purpose grants. But that's not in itself enough of a reason to do a newsletter. The last newsletter we made it focused on, resources.
Yeah, the
So-
housing and all that, the rental and
And last year we didn't use it so much to advertise newsletter or to MPGs,
No, just to acknowledge who got
to
them.
acknowledge who
Right.
got them.
Right. So just, I mean, do you guys have anything that you can think of that would be important for us to put a newsletter out? I mean, we can always do updates on, what's going on at the port, Ponte
Right.
Vista, stuff like that, so, but outreach hasn't even talked about the next newsletter.
Well, maybe at this next outreach, we should.
Yeah, John, make a note of it, because I'm probably not going to be at that outreach meeting.
Yeah, you're
because
gonna
I
be
will
gone.
in San Francisco.
Yeah, you
and-
guys probably, John, need to have a conversation whether or not you're doing them or not, because
Well, he should put it at least on his agenda for that meeting to discuss it.
yeah, because looking at the budget, let's see. So,
I mean, that's already budgeted.
right, that's already budgeted, and in unallocated, we have $11,000. And that is,
You only have 11,000 in unallocated?
yep,
Really?
yep.
Where did the rest of but is there stuff that's budgeted that we're not gonna use?
No. There's
You
there,
can't, you gotta have more than that.
no,
Yeah.
there's 11,000 that's unallocated. And
What do you have allocated for outreach?
nothing. There's
I thought there was like 10,000.
2940.
How much?
2940 in administrative funds.
I thought you had money allocated for outreach events, like 10,000. Are you,
No, you guys have 11,619
for total for the whole board,
for the
unallocated?
unallocated, yes.
I don't understand that. I'm gonna have to
Because you
look at that
spent
budget again.
500 on outreach, on newsletter.
Can you pop the budget up on the screen
Yeah.
again?
Yep.
Por favor.
Let's see, screen share.
Because it doesn't sound right. I mean, how much did we started with 32,000 plus our carryover
Yeah,
of like
the
8,000. So we had like
8,000, yeah.
40,000.
39,000.
Yeah, 39,000. Where did it go? All we did was spend money on a newsletter in Candy
Right.
Cane Lane and in the parade.
Yeah, you only had like originally like 5,000 or 6,000 allocated. And then you got more when we got,
Are you going to share the screen?
yeah, I'm gonna share it. I'm trying to find it. Darn it, it's not open anymore. That's why, duh. I'm like, where is it?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out 39,000 and 8,000 of that was newsletter. Okay. Okay,
See,
stop. Okay, so well, minute taker, or we're not paying a minute taker.
yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Who?
We have Gina does our minutes. I just had to pay $204 to her.
Is that the one that did it? The one that's a relative of
Fired.
Christian?
We fired Christian's relative.
Okay, so who's Gina?
Gina Martinez is the president of Wellington, and she's
Doing it?
yes.
Okay, well, good for her.
Yes.
Okay, and audio services we're not going to use.
Right.
See, you have 11,000 in outreach unallocated funds,
Right.
but for the whole board, how much do you have unallocated? That's what we were asking.
No, there's 2940 of unallocated administrative funds and 11,619 outreach.
No, but what's left of the budget though, total?
Yeah.
That's it. Everything else is allocated, and 5,000 in neighborhood purpose grants.
Okay, so you already have 5,000 allocated for neighborhood purpose grant. You could add another 5,000 to that.
Right,
And chances are there's money you're not going to use.
right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like all of the administrative funds, we probably won't use.
now what's the 5,000 for the audio service or virtual office?
Guy, we have money allocated, but the problem is, I don't want to just obsolete all of that money.
No, just in case we start meeting
Because
in
if we
person.
go hybrid, we're gonna have somebody do the sound and the
Yeah,
camera.
we're not going to go hybrid. I can tell you now.
Yeah.
Even Cruella doesn't want us to go hybrid.
I know that, but you can't just obsolete it and say, oh, have an oh poo moment and we have no money there
Okay.
allocated. You can't just wipe it out. And
And you know, you haven't had sustainability ask for any money for an event yet.
no.
Okay, I don't
Where is it
think
gonna
that,
be? Well, she was telling me she was thinking that by March or April, she could do Wild Fest. I says, don't count on it. We're still gonna be virtual. So I mean, you
really,
know,
if we're gonna do anything like Wildfest, it needs to be an event run by the park and we're just a sponsor. No more us putting on the event is my
Yep.
2 cents.
But the thing is, Gwen goes in with 2 feet and 2 arms and says she'll do everything for Dana Park. And the
Vic,
way,
what do you think, Vic? I'm curious, you know, for something like an event like that, do you think that the venue should be putting on the event and we're just a sponsor so we don't have to run everything?
Well, is it
it's Rec and Park up at Dana Friendship Park.
Actually, it's
kinda
Park and Recs. That's a
an
county
event like
facility.
that,
It's not our event, it's something they put on.
like that Wild Fest where we just had a booth?
Well, but Gwen was trying to make it a neighborhood council event and she organized all the booths but there was friction between her and the park people.
No,
I
right?
guess we should just wait until it happens and then
Just
deal
wait
with it.
until it happened. There's all new people there up at the park. and
Yeah,
it's been
I met the person at
Gwen's
Dana. Where did I meet her?
Gwen's been up there and I scolded her.
You
Because
scolded her.
She's up there. She said that during some chalk event or something, the Day of the Dead thing,
Yes.
that she was handing out information for neighborhood councils and stuff and doing sustainability stuff up there. But she didn't have it was on her own and she didn't have a booth. And I said, you can't do that if it involves neighborhood councils.
Well, okay, so let's really think about that. So if I'm someplace, I can promote neighborhood council. What did she do that was really against the rules?
Handing out seed balls and stuff.
Well, if she chose to do that herself,
You know what?
No, she's using the supplies that neighborhood council bought
okay, that's different.
from
Yeah,
Wild
she-
Fest.
we can't do flyers. We can't
Yeah.
hand out.
Well, those seed balls are probably going to go bad if she doesn't hand them out.
Right, that's what she was saying.
So that's, you know, that's kind of like, Melanie, you've told me if we've already bought stuff, it's already been expensed, we can get rid of them. So that's probably
Right.
not a horrible
So
thing.
it's probably, I just told her that if there's life to him still, we should save him in case she does, because she's gonna come crawling to me in March, April, wanting to spend another $2,000 on seed ball supplies and everything and clay.
Okay. Well, I think we should kind of just wait and see. But I still, and I think Chris as the outreach chair is also talked about, maybe I'm wrong, John, didn't he talk about us being more of a sponsor at events run by other groups rather than us
Right.
taking on the burden of
Yes.
running something?
Exactly.
To me, he said that to me.
Yeah. I mean, Candy Cane Lane was a different thing. We always have a booth there, but we didn't, you know, I mean,
But
we
we're
gave
like a
them the-
sponsor, John.
we,
That's
yeah,
not our,
we sponsored. No, yeah,
Yeah.
we sponsored them. And the trouble with, if you remember, like when we were going through with Wild Fest and, you know, before they shut it down, I mean, God, I mean, we were, you know, flyers and banners and get the posters, make the colors right. Shit, that was just too much every week, you know, at least with Pathways to Unemployment, that was different. You
That's
know,
right.
you know,
You
we're
notice
working
nobody's
to help
even-
kids.
nobody's even mentioned Pathways to Employment lately.
I know.
Really?
Well, I guess it died with me. I don't know what to say. Once I said I wouldn't do it anymore, nobody wanted to take it on.
Well, I thought it was Boys and Girls Clubs.
Well, Lee Williams had approached me a few months back saying, would I help him if the Boys and Girls Club decided to do this? But I think with us still being semi-pandemic, he just decided it probably wasn't worth it. I mean, we were able to pull off a virtual event last year. But
Yeah.
I'm not offering anything if nobody's asking. I'm so busy with work. My life is different now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it's too
Yeah.
much. It's
I-
just too much. It's too much for one person, two people.
So Melanie, you'll put this on the budget, neighborhood purpose grants, but does it need to be on the outreach? I mean, actually, really, budget and finance determines, neighborhood purpose grant. Outreach just does the promotion of them.
Right.
So does Chris even need it on, until,
No.
okay,
no.
so you'll put it on yours for us to
In
discuss.
January, it'll be on our agenda.
And
we'll
could you be
discuss
real
the
specific?
criteria and all.
Melanie, be real specific, discuss amount to, and process for next round of,
Right.
neighborhood
So what we're
purpose
gonna
grants.
do on the agenda, I'm gonna have discuss increasing the amount
Okay,
of the MPGs and also discuss criteria
okay,
of the MPGs and also discuss dates of the MPGs for application time and, start.
I'd imagine a
Yeah.
lot of neighborhood councils are giving quite a bit to neighborhood purpose grants because of the fact that we can't really run events.
Right. See, because we could definitely take five more and make it a $10,000 grant fund.
Yeah. Mel, when does our next budget come in? June,
July,
July?
Bye.
Well, that's fine for the summer and everything. So, yeah, the 10,000 would be fine.
and
Because-
let's include contacting Cabrillo about the fireworks, when we do these, so it's not a last minute thing.
That's
Right.
if we're considering,
It should be part of the neighborhood purpose grant, shouldn't it?
it should, unless we decide to still do COVID.
Well,
Depends on what criteria
right,
we're gonna.
but I guess I'm trying to figure out, are we considered a sponsor? If we're a sponsor, then our logo goes on all their flyers and they arrange everything.
Right, but is that the best?
You know what? We'll have to talk to Gary Dwight. I ran into him at the port last week at the boat light show, whatever the heck was, but I didn't really talk to him about it. All right, just food for thought. Okay, I still have work to do, so
Yeah.
is there anything
Well,
else?
I think that's it. I mean, not much on the budget front now. I mean,
So
And,
it's
and
only
Diana
these-
hasn't said anything about any beautification projects or anything like
Nope.
that, right?
she asked
What-
when we're doing the MPGs, but that's a different criteria. That's a community improvement.
Are you thinking about doing another cleanup?
Yeah, we
Did
are.
that cost us anything?
So that doesn't cost anything if we partner with San Pedro CPR.
Okay, well, that would be under your,
All of the equipment and all the trash cans.
well, you know what? Honestly, since they are donating all that stuff, Melanie, maybe we should, for the next one, put in your safety committee, giving them some funds to help cover it.
Well, what I was hoping he would do, because he is a nonprofit, is putting in an MPG grant for us to give him some money.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
He really should put in for it, and I want to kick him in the butt because
Well,
I told him
I-
before about
And,
it.
and if he does that, then would it have to be a cleanup in Northwest?
Yeah,
Okay,
so basically, it would just kind of lock him into helping with our cleanups going forward for the
Okay.
rest of the.
well, maybe, he's not exactly computer savvy, so you might need to help him with that.
I know that. So he does have a nonprofit though, so
Maybe he's got somebody who's helping him with that, because that's not his thing.
yeah.
Hey, neighborhood is spelled wrong on the top of that, budget and neighborhood
Oh,
council.
Jesus, what happened?
Not a big deal. I'm surprised Vic didn't catch it.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm busy.
What's a neighborhood?
Good.
Neighborhood.
Oh, Lord.
Vic, what are you sleeping? You let a girl outdo you? Oh gosh.
John,
I'm busy.
this is not a
working.
gender thing.
Wow, Vic, you usually can't catch me on my boo-boos.
When none of us were looking at it, I just was looking at it going, that's not right. Do you enter that, or is that part of something that's already in there?
No, it's something that's already in there, a template that I've been using, so God knows how long it's held like that, and we've been
I'm
using.
busy working too, see?
Yeah.
So, yikes. Anyway, so I guess that's it, kiddos.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
My time
Melanie,
clock is just kind of totally messed up right now, and
What were you saying, Vic?
Melanie, just to make it official, we have no changes to what's on the draft agenda from just the MER and the budget.
no, that's it.
Okay. Then
And
I will,
I turned in my homelessness liaison report, but I'll tell you what, this month, instead of putting a lot of information, I put information on the homeless count, the LA Hot portal, and the rest of it, I put organizations for the holidays that are looking for help.
Oh, that's
So,
good.
you know, a little bit of a different kind of report this time.
Yeah.
Melanie, what did we come up with the shirts? Where did we leave off with that?
He's never gotten me a proposal.
Yeah, no, that's in Chris's court.
Oh, okay, yeah.
To send all the info, he has to have the proposal of what it looks like, the graphics.
Yeah. Oh,
Were we
you know what,
gonna
Melanie?
use
All of that.
Willenberg?
Motion, the vote.
Yeah, no, that's up to him. You know what, I was going to ask you, you know, new board members, we used to get them the lapel pins. And I realize we're not meeting in person, but I noticed it because Chris wore his to the Candy Cane Lane thing.
Yeah, so maybe we should get them for the new board members.
So I don't know where in the budget that comes from and how much that costs and who you
that
get
would
them
come out
from.
of administrative funds. And
So just something maybe for maybe next month.
yeah, it'll cost about $75 per pin.
Per pin?
Yeah.
Wow,
No, you need to resource that.
yeah. That's
So-
too much. You know, I'll find out where the Assistance League gets theirs, because I don't think it's that much. I think she said something like $25 or something.
Unless
know.
I can get a better price. It depends on how many you order at a time. If we have more at a time that we're ordering
Well, you're gonna have,
than just one.
you've got Adrianita, you've got Thomas, you've got
But
Me?
Alex,
Angela, Craig, you
and
know, Victor.
yeah, so it'll be cheaper then. It'll be a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
So
Find out what he charges, and then I'll ask them. I'll talk to Michelle tomorrow and find out where she gets them from.
okay.
Oh, Lori disappeared.
She was having
Oh,
technical difficulties because she froze. Her screen did.
yeah. So we can find that out, and
Yeah.
you know, and I can find
Problem
out too.
is always they'll charge you a setup fee wherever you change to, so it's going to cost a lot to change where we're already established with this other
Yeah.
person, so we won't have a setup fee.
I mean, I don't wear mine even when I go to places, because I just don't want to lose it out there, you know.
Yeah,
But you know, I used to wear it when we went to the board meetings.
right.
Did Lori leave on purpose or did she?
No, she got not bumped out.
Okay.
Her screen froze completely. I saw her face just like froze there, and I go, "Oh, we're gonna lose her." So anyways,
All right.
so I think we're all set. We'll have that on the next meeting. I'll contact John's associates and see how much
Okay.
they'll charge us.
And then I'll find out also, Michelle tomorrow. I'll give her a buzz in the morning.
Kelly needs one too, right?
Yeah,
And-
Kelly. Yeah, we need,
And Christina said, I got to make an announcement at the meeting, because Christina said that only like a couple of people have approached her for business cards.
I got mine. She made mine up.
And Gwen, of course, asked for like a bunch.
Yeah.
I asked her, if-
Gwen only 25. She's already like used all the card stock last time around that nobody else could get cards reprinted because she used them all.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, come on.
She uses them for her personal cards to anybody she comes in contact with. And
Right. And so no one, yeah. And out of all these cards that she keeps giving out, at least I give out the cards who I know that calls or wants to do something with us, you know, but I don't give them out to, I think I gave them out to those two guys. that night at Candy Cane Lane. That's it, you know? I
Well, there's
still
one
have, you
It's for
know, my,
neighborhood council business, just not walking through Ralph's and handing them out to everybody.
yeah, that's not what you do. Jesus, if you're a salesman, you don't go around Ralph's and go, hey, I'm a salesman, here's my card. Hey, I'm a salesman, here's my card, you know?
Yeah,
But, you know, I mean, if you're a gigolo, that's another story, but you know,
fuck, Sean.
you want to pass your card out, but
Yeah, you can't though.
but it's crazy. Yeah. You know, Vic, did you,
Did you get your cards yet, Vic?
I have not gotten my cards yet.
You have to contact Christina to get them.
Well, I mean, I
Maybe-
ordered them, I just haven't received them yet.
Oh, you did contact her to get them?
Yeah, I ordered them, but I haven't actually received them.
Yeah, you have to go down and pick them up. And
She hasn't told me they're ready.
huh?
She has not told me that they are ready.
Okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
I needed some too, because I'm out and they don't have the right dates. A couple of them that I do have has me already off the board on them, the dates. So
I got mine a week and a half ago.
she told me
Just send her an email.
send her an email because she told me mine were ready and I have to pick them up.
Oh,
I just have to get my butt down there. If you want to, if you are working, I can go down and get them for you. I can pick them up.
sure. I mean, if you're gonna go get yours, you could ask her about mine at the same time.
Right. I'm gonna go pick up mine. So
Vic, did you
maybe
start-
tomorrow because I have to go run errands anyway. I have to go get a COVID test because I've been traveling. So my lupus doctor wants me to get a COVID test before I get my infusion Monday. And then I'm having a procedure Tuesday morning and I have to have a COVID test for that. So,
Wow. Crazy.
and just hope that I didn't expose myself to anything on this trip. I don't think I did.
Or
But-
Well, I mean,
if we're
you
done
know.
with official business, you might want to stop the recording. Because I don't know that everybody needs to hear
Yeah.
about.
Stop. Okay.